this looks like this is live. And they are off. Marine Commander jumping out to build an arms lab. Looks like they go for quick upgrades. Got a nice little pack coming through observation to approach mezzanine. Let's see which pack wins this engagement. Got a little bit of dueling going down. Shelmo gets taken down by Deck. It's a pretty big pack over here waiting just inside mezzanine. Oh, AFB does not manage to get the parasite off, but Darkwater appears to have gotten it. There's a huge grouping of skulks here. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, Deck, Brian, and King Convert are basically scooping up the entire map. I think they plan to just rush their chair, but you know, Mig and Uber are doing a good job trying to keep an eye on that. Mig might get a little bit too greedy if he moves much further. We will see. This is a lot of time spent here. What is going on? I guess they just want to hold the right side so they have access to 2 more harvesters, and you know, 1 skulk's hiding in the middle. Come on, somebody make a move! Oh, there it goes. Oh no, somebody died. That's why I hate it when it detaches. I gotta do free cam. Free cam. Okay, that entire little pack probably waited a long time, but I think on the other side of the map, there has been some success for the aliens. Uh-oh. The extractor does manage to get down. Shelmo's trying to jump in there to get a bite on Brian. Brian cleans him out. I don't know if the aliens are going to be doing too hot right now. We got a little bit of action going towards repair with just, you know, 1-on-1 early game battle here at Elevator. I think Darkwater's going to be playing on the defensive here. We're going to see how that comes up in the next few moments. Uber and Brian trying to hold their position against 3 skulks. Gervais doesn't have a whole lot of health, and the middle lane is completely cleaned up. Division 4 is a little bit more, in my opinion, more interesting than some of the higher level games, because you see these players and they're still learning, essentially. You know, they're trying to see what works, you know, what's different from pub play. Oh, this nice little penetration through the through the middle lane there. AFB is gonna go around. Would he get a kill on Mig? No. But he does distract him long enough for Darkwater to come around and pick up the kill. Very nice. This opens up mezzanine to get cleaned up. Gervais doesn't really last a whole lot long to provide much cover, and AFB goes down. Darkwater looks like he's gonna go bite down platform, which might draw some of the Marines back. Oh, Mig is there, so it might not draw back that much. I don't know what Darkwater is going to do, but he's got a lot of res notes that he needs to work on. Fortunately, Mig is nearby, and he's sneaking his way in to see if he can get some, you know, kind of a first hit advantage. Oh, Mig manages to survive with a little bit of support from the Marine Commander. Well done. We got Shelmo. Actually managed to get into the base. There's nobody there with RT getting bit and Deck getting pulled back into that position. Gervais is going up against King Convert. He gets wiped out very cleanly. Shelmo is just bouncing around trying to harass RTs wherever he can. Deck is coming in. Does Shelmo even see him? And... oh, no such luck. Things will start heating up once we start seeing lurks and advance. Ooh, well, the Marines are doing quite well. They're going for advanced armory and phase gates and level 2 weapons with level 0 armor. Very interesting indeed. Or are they going for level 3 weapons? Is that level 3 weapons? Cat packs? Yeah, this... oh man, they're quite far ahead. Looking at the res chart, Marines are sitting at a 213 with aliens only at a mere 90. Marines are at a massive advantage. It looks like the aliens can't really seem to coordinate together to, you know, decide where they want to attack. But it is Division 4. Deck... Deck just takes down Shelmo. Gervais does manage to get around the corner and cleans up that kill, so now he can take out ET, but for how long? Base tech is complete for the Marines, and now we got Brian trying to run over all the way to ET and clean up these two skulks. He's probably gonna receive medical support here in a moment. 2v1, or maybe he'll do just fine. Yeah, he does quite fine for himself. And shotguns are up, still with armor 1's about done. King Convert picks up the shotgun desperately to try and get a reload on. He does manage, and King Lucifax gets wiped out. Some of you guys might want more overhead. Some of you guys want more free cam. It's not even a balance. It's not even 50-50. It's kind of funny. I can't make everybody happy, guys. But anyways, let's move on. Marines are doing a very, very good job trying to hold down their strength, but they're just gonna have Deck hold down the middle ground for as much as he can. Shan was trying to run by, but AFB didn't use that opportunity to probably go in and get a bite on Dex. We do have two Lurks going up against Dex and Mig. Whoa, King Lucifax is almost dead there. Oh, Cervase goes down. Oh, Jesus, they're getting completely outmatched here, in my opinion. I mean, it's quite easy to even see that. Looks like the commanders finally resisted that, and they got phase gates everywhere. And the other look goes down. It probably doesn't help that they already have level 2 weapons, advanced armory. You know, a lot of those early game engagements actually, you know, it's what is simply called the snowballing effect. You know, now they can't get their lurks, and they simply don't have the firepower. But again, even before that, you could argue that they're being completely outclassed. But you know, oh, I'm not even sure how these two teams got matched up. It's actually kind of funny. NB, I know most of the players on NanoBytes, and heavy machine gun. What? Interesting. Darkwater kind of goes in there, but they're just kind of going in one at a time. It would seem like SOC has a lot of work that they need to do on the whole coordination front. There's one skulk biting on ore processing right now, Shomo, but I don't think that's going to be enough. Uber's going up against two skulks, not receiving any med support. Brian does get some med support, but he's kind of disregarded the skulk behind him. That's kind of odd. Bringing grenade launchers now. King Convert does manage to kill the Crag. We've got King Lucifer, Lucifax, and AFB coming in to try and kill this grenade launcher Marine. Wow, King Convert managed to kill AFB without losing any damage himself. King Lucifax isn't quite sure when he wants to move in. He needs to actually try and count how many grenade shots have gone out. I'm surprised he missed that many shots, but I suppose it could be equated to the whole lack of, you know, or rather, the high ping. Who knows? I don't know. Skulks are still doing little harasses, but I'm not seeing a whole lot of direction yet coming from the aliens. The Hive is just getting butchered right now with, what? I don't think there's really... There's only a couple aliens. Will King Convert... Oh, he does manage to kill that Skulk. He also kills himself. They have cat packs, they even have HMGs. Level 3 weapons is half done. This game's not gonna last a whole lot longer. And they're under the effect of cat packs, you can actually tell right now. Brian's gonna be fighting with AFB. This battle's not gonna last much longer. I just love cat packs. They just make you just jump all over the place super fast and stuff like that. Feel like a god. You know, especially if you're decent with your accuracy. And the Hive goes down. That was a very fast round, clocking in under 9 minutes and 40 seconds. The first round goes to NanoBytes. And now we transition off to the second round. Hopefully they we can be provided with more decisive gameplay. Yeah, I'll probably try to do free cam doing only epic fights, but you know, that last round there was no epic fights at all. Let's see how SOC fares on the Marine side. He's hoping that their aim is a little bit better, but we'll never know. A lot of the you know, high-level players on Marines will say, you know, it's not so much about aiming. What makes aiming easier is positioning. So, you know, if you position yourself around a corner, of course you're going to have less time to get rounds on target before the target gets to you. So if you maximize your distances, like, you know, if Marines are in the south, for example, I guess the Marines will not be in the south because of this map. So let's say if they just like the last team did, like NanoBytes just did, if they took advantage of using long corridors like this, you can make your job a lot easier. And that way you can also, you know, avoid having to spin around so much and trying to reacquire a target. But, yeah. So it's hopefully, and that, and once the aliens start getting advanced life forms, you know, assuming the Marines, if the Marines are aggressive enough, then life forms might not be a problem, because they still need to save, you know, killing the harvesters and stuff like that is really going to put a damper. It's almost a double effect. You hurt their economy, you hurt their life forms, you know, or you hurt their life form strength, because life forms ultimately what is what the aliens rely on to, well, essentially win. You know, you might have like a super pro Fade player, but if you can't become a Fade, then he's gonna have to be stuck with the Skulk until then. Not only that, you also slow down all the upgrades, so it's actually quite an exponential effect. Now, I'm hoping that the Marines, with that knowledge, you know, once they, you know, kill a wave of Skulks, then they don't sit around and try to upgrade and just, you know, so long as nothing's happening, I get kind of relaxed. No, use this time to go attack a Harvester or something like that. So long as you can do it without getting killed, or rather, so long as you can do it safely enough. I mean, I haven't seen SOC play until now, so I hope that the Marine play is up to snuff, because NB has been displaying some really good strength thus far. But also ping is kind of an issue too, so we'll see. I think they're going to go over to a different server after this match. Alright, here we go. Game 2 is about to start. Three, two, one. Oh, I don't think that one didn't actually count. I apologize. I have to reset because of the Marines not starting in the north. I have this slight feeling that SOC hasn't quite arranged, you know, life forms, like who's gonna do what, who's gonna specialize in what, and who's gonna be like a gorge and stuff like that. Because, you know, if you don't have your specializations, then, you know, you don't have a very focused strength. So it'll be interesting to see if SOC pull out all the stops. Maybe that'd be great to see, because obviously none of us want to see just like a complete a complete stomp. We'd like to see a nice even game, but I guess we'll see. Don't forget to tune in if you guys are interested. After this match is done, I am going to be streaming a match of NS2 Combat standalone, and I'm going to be recording footage from inside the match, so I'll be shoutcasting that as well. So if you guys have are interested in checking out NS2 Combat and what's changed and what it has to offer, yeah, stay tuned after the match. And that's a reset because aliens didn't start in the south. La 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 la. Why don't they just make fixed spawns? The worst! The worst shuffle. Rando. Oh my god. It's interesting that SOC decided to do a competitive team if they indeed have under, you know, under 500 hours. That's quite painful to see. Come on, alien! There we go! Yes! Here we go, round 2. Shards of Chaos versus NanoBytes, Division 4, Season 5, blah blah blah. Here we go. Looks like they're kind of figuring out their split. Looks like the SOC commander's building the arms lab awfully close to his chair. I don't know why he wouldn't put somewhere a little bit off position. Oh, Queen Lucifax got kind of jumped there. I was a little bit of... He didn't really jump to the sides. Did you notice that? Because he kind of backpedaled this way and then that way. And he wasn't really jumping, if you know what I mean, right? So I hopefully those Marines learn from that. He needs to actually, you know, what really makes a good player is, you know, someone who can actually adapt and, you know, if something's not working, try something else, or, you know, see what he actually needs to improve. But if not, I see a lot of players who do the same mistake over and over again. There's so much strength here in elevated transfer, but they've lost control of the entire left side because they only sent one Marine there. Right now, with that extractor being bit, the Marine commander should already be calling them back. You know, so that, you know, they're losing both their RTs, and over here, you just have Rectum just trying to keep an eye on them. Uber's going to manage to clean up Mezzanine, and now we got a triple Skulk Rush going on their main base. Uber is actually going to join them here in a second. Oh my god, this is going to be a very quick game. Look at all these med packs! Oh boy, oh boy. It's gonna be a very interesting post-game wrap-up, I think. Okay, looks like we're going to the Paris on Fire server. Well, at least the games are short. This is Division 4, so, I mean...
Okay, so we're gonna try the... Does anyone know if the Paris on Fire game is... or if the Paris on Fire server is ready?
Yeah, there's only one person in there at the moment.
There's also NSL Match Paris. NS2FR.com. There's NSL Gather Paris on Fire. There's a whole bunch of them. There's On Fire Private. Anyways, you guys let me know which one you switch to. But yeah, that was a very, very fast game.
My game is glitching right now. I can't open the menu.
You bring up your Steam overlay. You can always join off of one of us. We've gotten through.
Yeah, just the decision what server. Which server are we taking?
Unsure. Let's hopefully we can just get into this next server quickly without spending too much time. But from what I've seen so far, I don't know if ping is really going to improve things all that much. Because it seems like Shards of Chaos is missing. Is this a server we're going to?
Okay, it's NSL Gather Paris on Fire.
It seems to me that the server, or rather SOC, has got a lot of very fundamental level NS2, some of those kind of level skills that still need to be addressed. But I hope that they bring it back up with their next game, because obviously you guys want to see a nice even game. So, anyways, let's go into transition real quick. Run some tunes for you guys. Just hang on. Alright, we're going on to ring round 3, NanoBytes versus Shards of Chaos. Let's see if the increased ping of almost 180 on average for NanoBytes is going to affect their aim at all. Oh man. Alright guys, you know this map. Summit! We got 5 tech points just like before. The map is a little less chaotic, it's a little bit more symmetrical in a number of ways, maybe, question mark. But just like before, it's very, with all sorts of avenues for access, it's very important for teams to really watch their lanes, because at any point, some some mispositioning, just like the Marines did last round. They all went to ET, but nobody stayed in hub to make sure nothing went out from behind them. These are the kind of concepts that the SOC team will need to start paying attention to. It's not just simply, oh, you did okay in public games, and well, just keep going, because you don't have 20 players now, right? You don't have 10 players per team, or, you know, average 9. You need to be able to count on the intelligence and the skills of each individual player to pull their weight as much as possible. You know, playing in pack is not a bad thing either, but there's a strategic sacrifice every time you clump up to move out. So, even if the NanoBytes were able to clump up all the way to the alien base, and Shards of Chaos were to just bum rush the chair or something like that, you know, that it's still a viable strategy, and that would give a weaker team, you know, strength if they can just, you know, properly pay attention to where people are moving. It's just basic strategy. Anyways. Anyways, cross spawns have been more enforced on, especially in comp mod, but especially in the vanilla, which most of you guys have already noticed. It's either going to be sub access to Atrium or flight control to data core, and it won't be, you know, like, you know, flight control to sub access, for example. So we're gonna, watching your lanes will be very, very pivotal, and I hope the aliens don't just. Like, they had, like, a weird thing going at the beginning, at the very, very first match, where they all went into ET. Like, they want to do a big pack. If that one Marine, I think it was Mig at the time, was not watching that lane at mezzanine, that pack of 4 skulks would have went straight to the chair, and they probably would have won. But all it really takes is just being detected, you know? That way you can reel back if you really need to. Information is a very, very powerful ally when it comes to, you know, playing in any kind of strategic game. That way you can, you know, Little Derp is now hosting you for 3 viewers. I don't even know what that means. But anyways. Oh, I wonder if that's like some kind of relay kind of thing. It'd be interesting. Okay, looks like the game is about to start soon. Both teams are on. They're about to ready up. Let me just quickly mute the music. And let's get started here. The chat thing changes there, by the way. One misstep, even if you are a stronger player, you could still get taken out. Whether or not the opposite team takes advantage of that out of pure, you know, out of pure chance versus actual, you know, calculated attempts is, you know, it won't really be determined. But I guess we'll find out. I, for one, would like to see SOC kind of at least play with their strength, so that we can kind of see that they've improved since that last game. Okay, looks like they're going with a 3-2 split this time. No aliens going to cross? Maybe? Really? Okay, looks like they are just gonna go over the top, over the bottom, and they got 2 Marines, Deck and Uber heading into the middle. King Converk might just get crushed here. A little bit of fighting going on. Both these skulks are getting pretty messed up here. Lucifax went in and they're being afraid by 1 Marine. They really should just jump in there and crush him. Instead, they're kind of... they don't know what to do, and now Uber's gonna come around, and now that opportunity is crushed. Darkwater went in by himself, and Shelmo and King Lucifax went around the other side. That's oh, maybe they want to go run to the base. They're making a lot of noise though. I really hope that they're using microphones because we're gonna see a very similar result as before. King Lucifax gets cleaned up by Brian. Shelmo can't just barely get a kill on him. That health kit's from the Marine Commander. It's giving him that edge that he needs. I have both these skulks trying to be as sneaky as possible, and there's no Marine help for a good while, but them both playing defensive, even though they outnumber him, is, you know, it's detrimental. There you go. It looks like Cervase is going to go in. And yeah, there you go. And they managed to clean it up, just like that. And instead, they're just getting their health chipped, and, you know, as a skulk, you don't have a whole lot of health to go with. Brian cleans that up, because at least Brian was probably checking the map to make sure that he could size up his incoming competition. King Convert is slicing off a bit of that pie, trying to get as much control as possible. Already, there's brutal loss of control on the alien side, and I don't even know if he made a. Does anyone remember if they built a drifter for this? I hope that thing's not building by itself, because that'd be kind of embarrassing. Looks like one spur was made. That was kind of early for a spur. Generally, I mean, I don't know if we're competitive, so maybe I'm just, you know, kind of just, I'm just spouting smoke, but generally I find that you need to try and get a strong economy as much as possible. And, you know, having these single spurs down. I don't even know where the spur is right now. Oh, it's right there. Having the spur down early game, especially if the team is not going to really benefit from it, is just crippling your economy. Right now, the aliens have only 20 T-res. They're making a second spur in the exact same spot. That's very curious. Or maybe that's the same one. But now they're going to lose another one. Yeah, another spur got completed, another one got lost. I don't even know where it is. Oh, there it is. Okay, it's right there. And now he's just spawning eggs. They already got no T-res. 2 Marines are ravaging their base. Darkwater manages to kill Deck in Crossroads, so one RT is going to go down. But we still have AFB trying to hold this lane by himself with only half health. I don't even know what purpose that's going to solve. Marines do hold control over 4 RTs. Right now, AFB should have been harassing RTs instead of trying to get some kind of weird bloodlust on trying to kill that one Marine. Because that wasn't really going to do anything. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Severus is gonna get shot in the butt. What, butt? I'm surprised he didn't even hear that Marine coming, though. He also had a little weird kind of little turn there. I'm not even sure what that was all about. It's like he was like needed to turn his you know, massive truckload of a skulk around. Oh my god! Wrecked him, got wrecked. Now if these 2 skulls go run straight into their base, they might be able to do some serious damage, or bite down the RT, that's an option too. I'm still seeing a lot of individual play, kind of just going in one at a time, just so long as it's convenient. Very pub-style play, but even then, I've seen pub-style play better than this. You know, I have a feeling that a lot of these players who enter competitive just... They feel that it's like, oh, if this is like Counter-Strike or Call of Duty, all you gotta do is just kill better versus better players. That's all that is. No, there's very, you know, very articulate strategy that needs to go in. You need to communicate with your team. And one of the hardest things I find for competitive players or people going into competitive scenes, they need to learn when to not go in, just as much as when to go in. But it just feels like a lot of new competitive players just do kind of like an autopilot type of thing. And this is going to be a wake-up call for SOC. Hopefully they learn from it. But you know, hey, let's give some credit and some encouragement to new players, because you know this is exactly how they learn. They have to get you know. You learn best when you are actually defeated, than than when you actually win. That way allows you to really slice down to the cut down to the real source of the problems. But even so, this game, even though it's been going on for about 6 minutes, I'm still seeing the same behavior. So if you haven't, you know, it needs to have somebody on their team to really analyze what's going on. But not only that, I think, wow, Jesus. They already got advanced grenade, advanced weapons, level 2, and cat packs coming in. The hive's already going down. The hive rush. But like I said, most people won't even go into competitive, so you could say like, oh, what do they really know? Technically, I've only played a couple pugs and stuff like that. Hardly actual competitive teams and stuff like that. But ay. Gotta see better pack play coming from Shards of Chaos, because these games are not gonna get any easier. This stream also part of the purpose of the stream is to help diagnose some of the, you know, so the team has something to review some of their problems so that they can review it later. But as in this case, NB is probably, most of my focus is on SOC right now. NB, obviously, they are completely outplaying the Shards of Chaos players right now, and while I could probably provide some kind of feedback, it's kind of like, oh, you probably could aim at that guy better, even though he's still backpedaling, you know. it's kind of pointless, right? Steam's typing in chat, spoilers. Sure, I follow. Okay, we're going on to the 4th game here. NanoBytes probably gonna clean it up. At least we didn't hold you guys up for too long. So there's there's one benefit right there. So for those of you who joined up a little bit late, after this match is done, I think it only goes up to 4, and we only need one more win from NanoBytes for that to happen. Or actually, this is the last game, regardless. And after this stream, I will be doing some streams of NS2 Combat. If you don't know anything about NS2 Combat, it is basically kind of the much more streamlined, you know, not as strategic, not as critically strategic gameplay. So, for those of you guys who like to play fast action games like you know, Call of Duty or Counter-Strike or your Battlefield, I guess, you know, it's actually a pretty good way to kind of learn some of the characteristics of the life forms, but it does offer a lot that regular NS2 does not. So, if you're interested in seeing a casted game of, I think it's 6v6 of combat, that will be up. That'll be coming up right after this stream. They're murking someone? What? Odd. Okay. I just I want to like type to SOCs like, watch your lanes, guys, please. Wait, hang on, what? Waiting for one to get back from restroom. I hope that the SOC views this view this video and see if it's of any use to them. It's not a best of any games, it's just up to 4, so this next match will finish it, so it can be anywhere from 6 to 10 minutes, which is ironically shorter than combat in some cases. It's, you know, obviously I didn't choose these teams, but unfortunately these two teams are matched up against each other, so... it's also another fine point that once SOC or NB watches this match in the video on demand, that they try to make as many scrims as possible. Don't wait for the next match to come up, because you need to build up your skills for the next match and the next match, because they are going to get harder. So, as a word of advice to Shards of Chaos, find pug games or pickup games, or play together, figure out your communication. Because while you are a fresh team, you have a lot of that foundation that needs to be built up on the communication, coordination, just the overall kind of like cohesion of the whole team. I think the 3 COs: coordination, communication, cohesion. That's pretty good. Okay, hopefully they ready up soon. Whoever's in the restroom gets done with whatever he's doing. Wait, this is not StarCraft. $34 is still not bad. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Alright, looks like the game's about to start here. Kind of a rough round for my, a very rough round for me on the first stream I do for Season 5. But, what can you do? Hopefully as we progress throughout the season, we will start seeing more closely matched teams. Certainly NanoBytes does have a lot of strength, but we'll see if how they hold up to some of the other Division 4 teams. Okay. Marines are heading out. They got a little more strength in the middle. Actually, not really that much strength in the middle. Lucifax is staying in the base. Looks like he kind of changed his mind. I don't know why he went from Pipe Junction all the way across. Now the center is completely open. Looks like Lucifax hears it, but he hasn't quite decided where he wants to go. So even King Convert went back because he knows coordination and just winning those engagements is much more important than, you know, trying to harass a Harvester a little bit in base. This is a 4-man Skulk Rush. And Lucifax gets taken down. Brian goes down. A little bit of med support from the commander. I don't know, AFB didn't manage to pick up those health picks. There's so many of them on the ground. Vase jumps around. Will he manage to kill the last one? Yes, he does. Rectum is coming in. He's still dropping health packs, even though there's health packs on the ground. It's very... And there's an armory there, so it's very unusual that the SOC commander would be trying to drop health kits. So anyways, yeah, a good example. Rectum was here, he's thinking about going in, but because he knows he's going to get completely outnumbered, he decided to bite the RT and make use of his time. And then he's also using Brian to provide cover should a Marine arrive from the south. Hopefully Brian hears that. Oh, are they waiting for a second one? Oh, he tagged him. There you go. And that effectively drew back Surveys, and that's the whole point. Just zoning and parasiting and sizing up your competition, so when you do a coordinated hit, you come out ahead. And the Drifter certainly helped. And here's another 4-man push. Whoa, those mines! All they're doing is spamming mines on the ground. Commander has chopped down. Oh, those mines at the back. Oh man. River's coming in, and he eats a mine at the very end. Right now the Marines are crippled right now. The res is 14 below, and aliens are aggressively scooping up the entire map. You can tell this is very pub-like play. I'm beginning to wonder if some of these SOC players have played with each other. Never mind their hours individually, if they played with each other. Oi, oi, oi. Dick manages to get a parasite on Shelmo. Just by using your ears, you can really give you a lot of information. So it's pretty funny how Brian managed to go in when they were all paying attention up into that vent. That really displays a lack of spatial awareness or alertness, which I hope will be solved in subsequent games for SOC. But again, if SOC is watching this video in the future, then hopefully they don't see this as being like trying to bash them or anything. It's critical feedback that you guys will know. If you guys are indeed serious about entering the competitive circuit, this will all be very valuable information. Especially if you can't win the early game, things will become more harder. You have to play catch up. See, I'm seeing. Look at that back pedal there. Ooh, that's gonna be devastating. Oi. Oh man, both those skulks almost died. For some reason, I would have thought that Shelmo would have been able to provide more resistance than that. What's this Marine doing? Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. She's hoping to kill the Lurk, maybe. Meanwhile, base is almost getting destroyed. Suffice it to say that this game is pretty much over. It's only 4 minutes in. Rectum slowly getting healed. Oh, he wanted to use the whip to his advantage. I think the alien commander echoed them in, or rather, the alien commander echoed them in. And now we're in this infinite building loop where you're just building RTs, getting wiped out, and then building RTs and getting wiped out. Oh, Rectum went down! I think he did fully heal himself. It does begin to beg the question if both these teams are in Division 4, and yes, they are. I think Zephyrin was in here earlier, and he discussed that one of these teams didn't do a seeding match, or I think NanoBytes didn't do a seeding match, so they're by default put into Division 4. And thus, you know, their skill rating wasn't you know, they weren't put in the proper division. Oh, will Shelmo kill King Convert? Nope. Nope, nope, nope. They don't have the weapons, they don't have the upgrades. All they've been spending all the res on is extractors and mines. This is a slow bleed at this point. Pretty funny, we haven't even seen any fades yet. We won't really... well, I guess they could go now to 37. They've only just barely cut over the amount necessary. Division 4 generally plays closer to what SOC is playing right now, but maybe not that bad. NB, in my opinion, is maybe playing at least the upper Division 4 or Division 3 even. Because these teams are not even remotely even, in my opinion. Getting a little bit of lag, what the hell. Look at all those shots just shooting all over the place. And they do have the ping advantage too, by the way. And here comes some fades. Let's see how Brian can manage to take out both these level 0 Marines. Now he's jumping. There you go. He wasn't jumping nearly as much as he was before, but it's kind of pointless now. They don't have the weapons, or they don't have the weapons. They don't have the damage level to kill these fades. Oh, he's trying to bait him to the mine. That's hilarious. And the worst of it all is they can't... Well, I suppose they could do GG. Oh, Brian might die. Will Brian die? Ah! Nope. These are some unusual matchups, but again, as I said, in the future Division 4 games, it's kind of a crapshoot because it can range from anywhere to, you know, haven't played the game before to just kind of just fresh out of pub, versus people who haven't played competitive but they played pub plenty of times. So as you get into Division 3, Division 2, Division 1, you know, the skill disparity kind of narrows quite drastically. So, haha. There you go. NanoBytes claims victory for the first match in Season 5, Division 4. Oh my god.
Games. Good game.
Good games. Okay. Captains or commanders or whoever, just sit tight and everyone else can
Yeah, I'll stay here.
Okay. Okay, so is it Severus?
Shout out to Stark. My man, Stark, my man.
Okay, can I get the captains or commanders to meet up in the secret room? I have a little secret room
Super, yo,
interview.
your mic is cutting out so much.
Oh, I'm lagging.
Unique, do we need to report to Zephyr, or will you do that for us?
Man, Super, you need to start doing MVPs and shit, man.
Well, I'm not sure if that last game was really hard to detect. Where's, Geefish, come to, the secret room. Let's do a little post-game wrap-up of what you guys thought. Okay.
Don't be in the secret room only if you're calm.
Well, our main weakness, I say, was we weren't aggressive enough.
Oh, yeah,
That was
you know
one big
what?
issue.
Yeah.
Aggression was a big problem. We were too, like, especially the first game where we were aliens, where we were all 5 of us attacking. We kind of
Can you guys-
stopped in ET and just decided to like be too cautious. I think we should have all gone in immediately. But then we like split up backwards and everything. That was a bit of a mistake.
Ugh. I must be lagging up a storm because if I can't speak to them, you know. Can you guys still hear me, or is it still cutting out?
Still cutting out a little bit.
Ah, goddamn pair of servers! My ping is so high.
Now you realize our hesitance for playing on it.
It's a half a second before anything gets sent. I apologize for this.
Strategy as in zoning, or strategy as in weapons or mines, or... So I tried to group them in order to skill level, so I had a higher skilled player with a lower skilled player. And I tried putting them together. Yeah. Rather than two higher skilled players being together. And just going straight through a team.
I'm not cutting out anymore, am I? Because my ping seems lower.
No, you're good now.
Okay, cool. Alright, that's really awkward doing an interview via text. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, so hopefully I'll provide the video on demand for you guys afterwards, so you guys can, you know, review it if you need to. I put a lot of valuable feedback. I think that might help SOC. Because you know, it's probably mostly fixed with a matchup situation, because it seems like there was quite a disparity among the two teams. But that aside, there's still valuable things to be learned. I encourage that both your teams try to do pug matches between your official matches as much as possible, because you guys really need to work on your zoning, coordination, and especially communication, because there's that one time where 3 Marines were in elevator transfer, and the base got rushed. And, you know, yeah. It didn't really seem like there's any indication of getting some of the Marines to come back, you know, to fight. But not only that, on the alien round for SOC, there was a time where there's 3 skulks at maintenance axis, and there was only 1 Marine inside ventilation. You guys could have taken him out, but there's a lot of hesitation, and it resulted in the skulks getting separated and basically becoming ineffective individually. I mean, pack play is fine and all, but, you know. Hopefully that information becomes valuable to you guys.
Definitely. Any help is appreciated.
Yeah, you guys are a new team, so I mean, this stuff will be valuable to you. Might I ask roughly about how many hours do you feel that your team players have on average in the game?
200 to 300.
Wow.
Average?
Yeah. Well, no. I mean, okay, we have two guys who both weren't here today, who are like our better people, who have 500 and 600 hours.
I see. It does make a little bit of sense.
But even though, like, we have like a few good, a few bad, and all, yeah.
Well, they'll get better if
If
you guys are like serious about entering competitive, then you guys will get better. I mean, hours is not really a measure of skill. It's just like how you spend those hours, and like you guys might even want to try doing drills. Like if you guys can jump into an empty server and just like do like 1v1 with certain combinations and stuff like that, and just really hone your aiming.
Yeah.
And like a lot of
Marine skulk, one skulk is good, and then bump it up to 2 skulks when you can.
Yeah.
1 Marine, 1 lurk is very, very useful. If you can learn that, you're gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the main reason we're taking part in this season, well, we're not expecting to win much, we're doing it to get practice.
I see.
To prepare for future seasons, I like it.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, like, to get better, because best practice is actual practice. Like, doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but even so,
Even if we get destroyed. Bad
even
for
if you-
moral, but hey.
even if you don't have even if you don't have official matches, which only seem to happen like what, once a week or something like that, definitely just find pug games and just face people, you know, both equal and harder than you as much as you can. Even if you're playing pub games, then just, you know, play together, I guess.
Gathers help a lot.
Yeah,
on
gathers.
NSL.
Yeah, you guys are obviously already signed up with the ESNL, stuff like that, so you guys can arrange with other captains. And as you play your matches here in Division 4, you can get the contacts with other Division 4 captains, and you guys can arrange games and stuff like that. Try different strategies.
Division 4 are not very of the same level actually, we think.
And super effective, getting back to your question about hours, my team has on average about 1,000.
Yeah. That's what we suspected. Most of the people in the channel are probably like, you know, this is probably like 1,000 versus 200, 500-ish. So, I mean, the math is there, right? But yeah, hopefully the critical feedback. I mean, never mind the matchup and stuff like that, because that's not anybody's control. But there's still a lot of fundamental stuff that you guys would do well to practice: zoning, communication. Because a lot of things do start snowballing rapidly out of control. Like, you know, you can't get the upgrades that you need or the weapons that you need to deal with the situations that you need if you can't get your economy going and stuff like that, yeah?
Yep.
Yup. Okay. Good game, guys. Thanks for sticking around for the post-game wrap-up. Wish to luck to you guys in your future games.
Thank you.
Have a nice day.
Have a nice day, guys. Alright, guys.